All right, Tim Hazelow here again. Yeah, had to get out of that suit. Still got the pants and the shirt on, but had to lose that tie and get my flannel on. Um, that's funny, get my flannel on. Anyway, just wanted to give you guys an update. The trial's pretty much over. Tomorrow morning we'll do closing statements, and then the judge will, or not the judge, yeah, the judge will give the instructions to the jury, and then the jury will go back and deliberate. So probably by noonish, if not early in the afternoon, we'll have a decision. I think overall the trial went fine. I think it was probably stacked against us from the get-go. We were prevented from presenting most of our arguments as far as mask mandates and are they ethical, let alone rules that can be made arbitrarily by just any politician. We weren't allowed to talk about other people who weren't wearing their masks, i.e. the sheriffs, a worker that was in there that you guys can all go see on Como News 4, who sat there counting ballots for quite some time while they were recording. Other people who had their masks on incorrectly or down around their chins, things of that nature. So we weren't even allowed to talk about that. And then every time we brought up authority, the judge hammered us, and he just said that the auditor has the authority to make a mask mandate. Now that hasn't been decided. He decided that, but that's still in the appellate court. So we should have been able to make that argument, considering that it hasn't made it through the justice system. But the judge wouldn't let us. I think overall, the judge, Mr. Wilson, Judge Wilson, he seemed pretty even keel. He was just as equally getting on us about things that he thought weren't appropriate as he was the prosecutor. So I don't want to give the judge any bad juju. I think he did. He tried to stay neutral. The only argument I had was he had already ruled on the authority of the auditor, and so we weren't allowed to talk about it. And he ruled that we couldn't talk about people that weren't wearing masks. And there were plenty of people not wearing masks. There were people talking on the phone not wearing masks. There were people counting ballots not wearing masks. There were people with their masks on incorrectly. You heard me state the whole thing. So all we can do now is hope that the jury believes that what happened does not rise to the level of this felony charge of unauthorized access to a polling place or criminal trespassing. So we're going to give a final argument tomorrow. We'll give them the good old Navy Marine Corps. My attorney's a Marine and I'm a Navy guy. So we'll give them the good old Navy Marine Corps fight and salute and send them off with all the information we can give them and all the opinions we can give them. And at that point, all we can do is hope for the best. So, I would say pray for me, but most of my friends are Christians and they're already doing that. I definitely don't want to be convicted, but on the same token, I still believe that challenging this authority and going there and making them make a decision on whether or not it's authorized is the right thing to do. And so we'll find out as this thing goes through the appeals on the civil side, not on the criminal side, but on the civil side, we'll find out as these things go through the appeals how the higher courts that actually look at the technicalities of these things go. But as far as this criminal charge goes, I got to be honest with you, I can't give you a good or a bad. I just really don't know. I do believe that my lawyer did a good job with his counter questions to the witnesses, the sheriff, the marshal, the auditor, and the auditor's office manager. I think he tried to do a really good job with me as a witness, but the judge just would not let me answer any questions. Everybody else got to talk their freaking heads off. But if I said something more than a yes or a no, then I was out of bounds. So I don't know if my testimony ended up helping, hurting, or was indifferent. I just really don't know. Two things could happen there. I could be pissed off. Let's say I get convicted. I could be pissed off that I made a testimony, and I could blame myself for maybe not articulating something or misanswering a question or whatever. So there's that. Or I get convicted, but I didn't testify. Either way you look at it, if you don't tell your story and you don't make your effort to get up there and do that, then you hate yourself moving forward for both reasons, either that one or this one, right? So anyway, I'm rambling. I'm frustrated. I'm ready to go home and go to bed, for God's sakes. It's only 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But yeah, I'm gonna stop and grab a bite with my wife and post this video, and I hope to see you guys in the morning. Any of you that can show up and give us the support that you gave us today. It was great to see a bunch of my friends there today. That was just amazing. But yeah, come on in, say hello. You don't have to stay the whole time, but just show your support. And I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Regardless of what happens, we got to keep standing up and fighting and staying in the gap. And that's what guys like you and I do. All right, Tim Hazelo signing off. Hopefully not for the last time for a few years.